watching East Tennessee weather. Weather when you want it.
Good morning, everyone. It is now 7 o'clock, getting us started on this good old Friday morning. That's got a nice little ring to it, doesn't it? Today's live sponsor is Jiffy Lube Multi-Care. Welcome to Jiffy Lube Knoxville, your one-stop destination for automotive care. With 9 convenient locations across the area, from Knoxville to Clinton and Maryville, they're here to keep your ride running smoothly. At Jiffy Lube, they're not just about oil changes. Their skilled technicians offer a wide range of services to keep your vehicle in top-notch condition. Whether it's a routine oil change, tire maintenance, or a comprehensive inspection, they've got you covered. Trust them to provide reliable and efficient services for your car or truck today. And the best part, their friendly staff is dedicated to get you back on the road quickly so you can focus on what matters most, and that's your journey. Jiffy Lube Knoxville, where quality meets convenience. Visit any of their 9 locations today and experience the difference, because when it comes to your vehicle, they're not just changing oil, they're enhancing performance. Jiffy Lube Knoxville, keeping you on the move. Drive in today and mention Witcher for a $20 discount on your next service. You can visit them online at jiffylubeknoxville.com. All right, I want to take it out to Paris, France, everybody. Yay! Any Olympic folks out there? Anybody like the Olympics? Well, current temperature is now right around 70 degrees. They've got some clouds hanging out with us, but we've got the opening ceremonies today. So the question of the morning is, A, what are you doing this weekend? And B, are you going to watch the Summer Olympics? Do you do that? Is that a thing for you and your family? Maybe so, maybe not. Some like the Olympics, some it's kind of hit and miss, I think. I'm more of a Winter Olympics kind of guy myself, but I'll take the Summer Olympics because I do like the Olympics for sure. All right, let's talk about the forecast here for the day today. We'll start you off first things first with a check of our July observed high temperatures. Again, we started the month off on the hot side. Now we've been trending, well, a little bit cooler. We've been below average for the last 3 days. And yesterday we only had a high temperature of 83 degrees. We picked up some very beneficial and much needed rain in Chattanooga, over 1.5 inches of rain. We've got the severe drought across the Southern Valley, which of course came out yesterday. You probably saw that on social media. And so we did see some improvements across the area, but not a ton. Now, of course, we've got a lot more rain on the way. So when you look at your rainfall over the last 24 hours, you can kind of see who's gotten the majority of the rain. Here around town, we saw some decent amount of rain for the first part of the day, but then we started to see improving conditions for the second part of the day. Now, we do have some patchy, dense fog showing up along Interstate 81 from Hamblen County to Greene, Hawkins, Hancock counties into the Tri-Cities area. So if you do travel Interstate 81, 11W, you'll probably run into just a little bit of fog. So travel safely here this morning. Satellite and radar, not a lot of moisture. So we do have the clouds hanging out with us this morning, but we don't have a ton of moisture. Actually, we'll show you what it looks like in downtown Gatlinburg. And we do have just a few thin clouds hanging out across the mountain counties right now. Live look there in Maynardville. The clouds are a little bit thicker, plus you can kind of see some fog off in the distance. And your East Tennessee weather camera. A little bit of river and lake fog here this morning, but that's really about the extent of it so far. And I don't think we're going to see too much more. Now, temperatures are trending about where we were yesterday, so no major changes in those morning low temperatures, and we're really not talking about huge changes in our afternoon highs, but we are looking at a warming trend. So we're starting off with temps in the 60s and 70s. Enjoy that. You can feel the mugginess out there for sure, but dew points have dropped just a little bit today and tomorrow. Plus, we lose a lot of that extreme moisture to produce solid downpours. And so your future cast throughout the day, we do have some energy moving its way in the mid-levels of the atmosphere from east to west across the state of Tennessee. And that is going to provide a little extra lift in the atmosphere to provide us with some scattered light rain showers. Now, I think the majority of the rain throughout the day will be south of Interstate 40. So if you're joining us south of Interstate 40, you have a better chance of rain, albeit on the lighter side. Heavier showers down closer to Chattanooga, but north of 40 and closer to the Tennessee-Kentucky border, we're likely to have a bit more sunshine and dry weather conditions. Lunchtime temperatures will be pushing close to 80. Not bad. If we don't have the rain, pretty solid patio weather on the way. Can't go wrong with 79 degrees at lunchtime. Now, temperatures are going to continue to stay a little bit below average. We'll be in the mid to mostly just mid-80s. But again, dew points in the 70s, so we don't lose much of that moisture, even though we had a cold front swing its way on through. That gives us heat index values in the upper 80s to right around 90 degrees. So that warm, muggy blanket continues to surround us. Do you have evening plans here tonight? What are we doing here on this Friday night? 83 by 6, feeling more like 88 though. And then we're dropped down into the mid 70s if you're still out and about or awake by 10 o'clock here this evening. So not a bad evening ahead of us for sure. And I think we're going to be on the drier side for the evening. Now, getting us started on our Saturday, here's some good news to pass along. Have you missed getting out on the boats? Have you missed getting in the water? Have you missed going to the pools? Have you missed mowing the yard? Probably not. But, Saturday is going to be the best day to mow the yard. Just throwing that out there. With all the rain this week, drier weather expected for most of us for a good chunk of the day. Now, again, we do have some showers on the way, but I think it will be a little bit on the drier side compared to what we had yesterday morning. Now, Saturday's trending drier and sunnier and a little bit warmer. And I think that we'll have a few spotty showers and thunderstorms developing across the mountains of East Tennessee. So if you're going to be up in the national park, doing some fishing, some hiking, some exploring, well, watch out for some showers and thunderstorms in the mountains. Other than that, I think it's going to be a good day to get out on the water. I think that's what the Witchers will do. Now, the wife's got to work this weekend, but maybe the kids and I will venture out on the paddle boards here this weekend. All right, so Saturday is going to be great, but when you look at rainfall from today and through the day tomorrow, you can see how the higher elevations of East Tennessee, North Carolina, and the Southern Valley have the best chance for seeing some rain. And I'm going to say opportunity at this point of the game because as we look at the U.S. drought monitor, I think I have it on here. I don't have it on here right now, but I'll get it here in a second. When you look at the U.S. drought monitor, we still have that severe drought across the Southern Valley. So we need the moisture terribly bad south of Interstate 40. Now, your 3-day forecast, Saturday, Sunday, we're going to be in the upper 80s, but look at Sunday, Monday, more clouds and a better chance for showers and thunderstorms. And I think Monday is going to be kind of a soaker, so temperatures will drop back down into the mid-80s. Here's the overall setup for the day today. Our upper-level jet stream and pattern still swinging moisture into our area, but most of that activity, again, is going to be basically Interstate 40 south. Now, that's the general setup, but when you look at mid-level energy and spin, remember I talked about that east to west flow? See all that reds and yellows streaming across the state? Kind of depending on where that sets up, depends on where we really get the rain, but for the most part, most model guidance has the rain along and south of Interstate 40, which of course you can clearly see with our future cast on the regional picture. So if you have any regional travel plans, maybe a few spotty showers and thunderstorms wherever you may be traveling to, but looks like we've really toned down the rain from what we've seen over the last couple of days. However, remember I said Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, showers and thunderstorms pick up, and that's due to an upper-level closed low-pressure system swinging in the mid-levels of the atmosphere up into the Great Lakes. So through Sunday morning, notice that ridging taking place. See how those lines kind of go up and over East Tennessee, pointing north? That's a ridge in the mid-levels of the atmosphere. But we do have a trough that's going to swing through during the day on Sunday into Monday, and then just kind of that lingering northwesterly flow pattern on into our Tuesday, which keeps those rain chances elevated. And so therefore, you see how those rain chances do elevate from today through Monday. I think Monday is going to be the soaker, and the possibility of some pretty good thunderstorms as well. Maybe even a few stronger thunderstorms. So we'll keep you posted on that. Make sure you check back in every once in a while throughout the upcoming weekend. Rainfall outlook, again, not a ton through for today and tomorrow, but Sunday will start to add to that. And then you go from Sunday into Monday and Tuesday, and notice the rainfall and the bullseyes right around the Appalachian region. And then Tuesday, Wednesday into Thursday, even more rain on the way. So yes, we're still looking at a rather soggy weather pattern. Listen, we started off hot and dry, but we're ending, well, relatively average, if not below average, and wetter. And those dew points, again, stay on the elevated side. So therefore, even though our temperatures climb back to those seasonal averages, it's going to make it feel a little bit hotter. We're talking heat index values in the low to mid and maybe pushing the upper 90s to near 100. So the heat does look like it's going to build back in, but we're also talking about those elevated rain chances. And the heat's going to stick with us for the week to maybe looking at the first 2 weeks of August. So August could be trending, maybe not as hot as the beginning of July, but definitely going to be trending on the above average side. So check in from time to time throughout the weekend, especially if you have outdoor plans on Sunday with the East Tennessee Weather app. Again, Saturday, I'm not expecting much, but if you're going to be in the mountains, you'll want to check in on the latest interactive radar. And of course, your forecast weather updates will be updated all weekend long right there on all East Tennessee weather platforms. I do not do a Wake Up with a Witcher over the weekend. We take the weekend off for now anyways, but we'll be back, of course, with Wake Up with Witcher on Monday morning. So how's everybody doing? Again, the question of the morning, do you watch the Olympics? We've got Lee on here. Good morning, Lee, and Julie and Debbie, as well as Kimberly. Katrina's joining us this morning as well. Thanks for Tammy. And how about Vicky? Vicky, good morning to you as well, my friend. I hope you have a great weekend and enjoy your day today. I'll tell you a little bit about my Witcher's adventures. That yes, I'm continuing my built-ins. I will show you a photo. Remember, I told you I was doing built-ins for our bonus room, and so it started here. So we have this big blank wall, right? So I redid that room about a year and a half ago. We used to have big, giant, single-pane windows that looked into the carport. It was ugly because carports aren't pretty anyways. And then just that room was really hot and really cold. Hot in the summertime, cold in the wintertime. And so I took out the windows. I redid all the drywall, redid all of the insulation, added plugs right here. And so my goal was to get some organization in my house and to build built-in. So like mudroom built-in. So here's what it looks like as of right now. I've got the walls up. Now it comes down to the fine tuning, woodworking, and the finishing work. But I think it's turned out pretty good so far. So everybody's going to have a cubby. Inside those cubbies, everybody has a plug. So the kids can plug in all their electronics, their Chromebooks for school, put their backpacks and hang their jackets, and plenty of space for shoes. Look at all that space for shoes. Everybody gets 2 giant cubbies for shoes. So that's what I've been working on over the last couple of days. And I will continue to kind of clean it up and finish it up. And I'll show you the finished project once it's all completed. That just kind of gives you an idea of what I've been working on. As I told you, I've been working on some stuff. What other Witcher's adventures do I have for you? I guess that's about the extent of it. We're going to be watching the Olympics. I definitely am going to be watching a little bit of it, not all of it. I'm interested, though, in the breakdancing. You know, they added breakdancing to the Summer Olympics. So anybody else know any other events that they've added? Anybody else? Anybody ever been to Paris? Terrible news that they're talking. Did you see the news this morning about Paris? About the attack on the train system? Like, come on, people. Can we all just get along? Why is there got to be? Why do we got to do this? Good morning, Aaron. Yes, my friend. Yes, it's finally Friday. Cheers to you. Good morning, Katrina. We've got Chris on here. TGIF, my friend. The week's just cruising on by. Katrina loves the Olympics. Anybody else? Yeah, prayers for the railways that got attacked there. Absolutely. No, you're playing golf tomorrow morning. That's okay. I don't even actually know the schedule for the Olympics. I haven't even looked it up yet, but I will definitely watch the opening ceremonies. I think the opening ceremonies are always usually pretty cool. Good morning, bud. How are you this morning? Debbie's flipping over to Fire TV, by the way. I'm on Roku TV, Fire TV, of course, YouTube, which you can get on smart TVs. But I'm glad you could join us, Debbie. And, you switch over from social media and Facebook to the Fire TV so you can get your family ready for the day if that's what you're doing. But that's kind of the whole goal. Just put it on the background while you get ready for work if you can, or join on social media. I don't know how many people are actually watching without joining on social media. But, of course, if you want to chime in on the chat, either have to be on Facebook and or YouTube. You like to watch the diving? Nice. Those guys, either way, these are athletes, right? These are like top tier athletes. So it's always fun to watch. I used to run track and field, so I do like to watch the 100 and 200 races. Let's see, what other Summer Olympics? I like the track and field's always pretty good. I think. Good morning, Linda. How are you this morning? Are we all excited for Friday? Everyone's saying good morning to each other. You're taking your wife out for dinner for her birthday and her anniversary. Well, happy birthday to your wife and happy anniversary, Lee. How many years is that, bud? My wife's birthday is Sunday. She's going to be working on her birthday. She works this weekend. So we're trying to figure out something to do for her. Of course, we do. We're going to be heading up camping in, I think, next weekend. Not this weekend, but I think next weekend we're heading up camping to celebrate a couple of birthdays. So we're going to, and I'll be broadcasting live, of course, from one of the campsites here in East Tennessee, which is going to be a lot of fun. Going to Carolina, have missed mowing, but I'll have to bush hog this at some point. Yep, that's probably the truth. Bush hogs are like the coolest things in the world. I did a whole knocked out some of my forests at one of my houses before. And it was like, this thing is amazing. It just kind of mows everything down. Oh, happy birthday to Taylor this morning. Taylor, you get a big old yes. And Lee, that's to your wife's birthday as well. And then to my wife's birthday. Happy birthday. Hopefully no rain. I'm not quite sure where you live, Christy, but we will get a little bit of rain today, just not a ton. May need the WWW. Maybe. We'll see how it all plays out, Lee. Why you gotta call them people out? Let people sleep in. What if they don't want to be joining this morning? I feel like they're getting called out, aren't they? Thanks, Mel. There you go. Are we having a meet and greet at, I think, Charles's in Morristown? I haven't talked to Charles for a little bit. Still haven't heard from Taps. I got to call. I'll put that on my list of things to do. It's not until August 3rd. Yeah, no doubt about that, bud. Absolutely. We do. I mean, like I said yesterday, I need some sunshine. I'm tired of this rain. I'm tired of the clouds. It's kind of putting a little damper on my outdoor activities. That's what it's doing. Good morning, Buck. How are you this morning? Doing better now, I suppose. Thanks. I appreciate that, Kimberly. Trying to. Well, I've made a few mistakes, and I'm looking at it going, okay, now I'm the only one that's probably going to see the mistakes, and I got to fix a couple I can't fix. But I've never done built-ins before, so I'm just kind of winging it, seeing how it goes. So now today I got to go get some baseboards, and I have to go get some quarter inch plywood, and I've got to go. I don't know. I gotta go figure out what I need. Then of course we got to get baskets, we got to get hooks, but everything. Thanks, Buck. I got to get all the things, And but I think I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday and said, what do you think somebody would charge to build something like that? I don't know. Do you know? A couple thousand, 5,000. I'm in it for probably $400 or $500. Is probably what I'm in, because the 3/4 inch plywood that I got, expensive. I think it was like $80 a 4x8 sheet. It was expensive. I don't know if prices have gone down, but I bought that stuff a year and a half ago. So it's about time I get this stuff. Well, no, I bought it a year ago, but it's about time I start getting this stuff done. It was one of the goals when I renovated that room in general, was to build these built-ins so we could actually storage and organization is key to life, really, to be honest with you. You like the swimming, huh? What's up, Margie? How are you this morning? Glad you could join us. Swimming is pretty good. Diving's good. Let's see, fencing. I'm not a big fencing fan. I don't really understand that. But how does I-75 look for tomorrow? Driving to visit my late wife's grave in Southern Ohio. Aw. Sorry to hear about that, but nice that you're heading up there. So how does it look tomorrow? Tomorrow should be a dry day. We got a nice little ridge of high pressure taking shape, and so I don't anticipate. I'm just looking for you here real quick. So we get into Saturday. Yeah. You should be dry if you're coming back on Sunday. You may get a few scattered showers. But if you're coming back Monday, Chris, you're likely to have more rain up and down 75. So today or tomorrow should be dry traveling north on 75. Not a big deal. So there you go. A little personalized forecast for you, my friend. Good morning, Mark. How are you? There you go, Joe. There you go, my friend. Katrina's off this weekend. Nice. 14 years, Lee. Nice. This year is going to be 16 for us. But we've only known each other for 17 years. I told you that we got engaged after 3 months of knowing each other. Got married a year later. And here we are 16 years later with 2 kids, 9 and 11. I don't know how that happened. What else we got going on here? Anybody ready to dance? Who's ready to dance? We'll get back to chat here in a second. How about that? If you've been a part of the program, remember yesterday was National Chili Dog Day. Today, though, is a different day. And I'm not going to lie, there are some solid ones on here. So let's go ahead and talk about today's national holidays. National Bagel Fest Day. Do you like bagels? I'm not a big fan. I used to like bagels a little bit more, but I'm not a big fan of bread. I mean, I like bread like with sandwiches and stuff like that, but I just can't eat bread. Like my young son will just put butter on bread and just eat it. But then again, he's the kid that doesn't put anything on his hot dogs and stuff like that. Bagels are good. I do like bagels. I like the what is it, brown sugar cream cheese. That's always a good one to put on there. I do like bagel sandwiches every once in a while, but again, sometimes it's just too much bread and not enough innards. But anyways, it's National Bagel Fest Day. Here's what I'm talking about. National Coffee Milkshake Day. Remember the other day we were talking about French fries and what were your favorite French fries? And somebody threw out potato cakes from Arby's. And I said, hands down, some of my favorite is potato cakes from Arby's. Makes me want to go get one today. And actually, they have a Jamocha shake. I used to always get an Arby's sandwich, potato cakes, and a Jamocha shake from Arby's. So National Coffee Milkshake Day. Yes, please. I will take it. National All or Nothing Day. What's that about? Let's go find out what that's about. Celebrated each year on July 26th, National All or Nothing Day allows people to throw caution to the wind and go for broke. We all have dreams we hold back, decisions left to make, or plans uncompleted. On this day, people break free of everything and that's holding them back. Nice. It's not bad. So, of course, I'll keep working on the built-ins. So all or nothing on that one because I can't spend a lot of money on it. So it's all or nothing on that one. And that kind of reminds me of East Tennessee weather. It's kind of all or nothing. Going for broke on this one. But thanks for joining me every single day and helping the platform out. I do appreciate it. National Disability Independence Day. Nice. Hands down for that. That's a good one. It's National and do you say aunt and uncle or do you say aunt and uncle? Is it aunt or aunt? I say aunt. It's National Aunt and Uncle Day. Aunt and Uncle Day. Nice. I am an uncle. Janelle's an aunt. And I don't personally. Yeah, I do. I do have one uncle left. I do. Uncle Norman. He lives in New England. National Get Gnarly Day. Yeah, let's see what that's about. Yo, get gnarly. The last day of Friday in July provides an opportunity to embrace new ideas and toss out old ways on National Get Out Gnarly Day. Much like surfers challenging the waves, Get Out Gnarly Day challenges us to put some gnarliness into everything we do. Totally true, bro. It's rad. It's gnarly. National Talk in an Elevator Day. So this is funny. Let's see what this is about. I think this is actually good. National Talk in an Elevator Day falls on the last Friday in July to encourage everyone to strike up conversation with someone in an elevator. While most of us use this time to check our smart devices, this day points us to another direction. Whether we ride with a stranger or someone familiar with us, start a discussion with them. You might meet somebody new. And if you're riding with someone you know, try to learn something new about them. I think that's a good one. I always try to make people awkward in elevators. So what I actually do is, how everybody always faces the door and they stand straight and nobody says anything. I feel like elevators are very awkward spaces for some people. So I like to try to make them a little bit more awkward. So what do? I actually face everybody. So while everyone's facing the door, I usually, if I'm the last one in, I just face everybody. And then I usually strike up conversation saying, am I making you awkward? Is this weird? Nobody does this. And then some people chime in and some people just put their head down. Elevators are awkward for sure. National System Administrator Appreciation Day. All right. Pretty good holidays. Anybody in for a coffee milkshake today? Anybody? 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 By the way, no problems on the interstate system. Do you all see the new plans for all of UT and what they're getting ready to to build on campus. 10. Have you seen that? Looks pretty cool. Some entertainment right next to the stadium. The new stadium, I think, is supposed to be the baseball stadium in downtown Knoxville. I think is what projected by April to be finished. So we'll see if they actually get that done. But some cool stuff coming to Knoxville and East Tennessee. Can we order some sun instead of rain for Thursday? Like, maybe not. It's like 6 days away. So we'll keep you posted on that. I'm happy about some sunshine too, Aaron. I need some sunshine back in my life. I think clouds just make you lazy. I think it just kind of makes you kind of gloomy, or at least it does me. I don't think I really have seasonal depression disorder type of deal, but like the doom and gloom for like days on end sometimes can get you. Like, I don't think I'd ever move to Seattle because of that. You're going to hit the pool after a little tax-free shopping. Going to do some tax-free shopping, are you? I think we're probably going to do a little bit as well. Get the kids some stuff that they need. Let's see. I am busy. You're putting up shiplap in your dining room? Next is kitchen and den. Nice. Now, are you doing the real shiplap? Are you doing like the expensive stuff that's like $14 for like one board, or like $7 for one board, and you're doing a whole room and all of a sudden it costs you like $18 million? I did not. Put up the real shiplap because in order to do that entire room in shiplap, I think it was going to cost me like $6 or $8 grand or something like that. And I was like, nah, I'm not doing that. So I actually made my shiplap out of 1/8 inch plywood, cut it into 7.5 inch strips, and stapled it up. But I had to put up drywall because like I wouldn't have had to put up drywall had I actually done real shiplap. I wouldn't have had to, I could have put that right on the studs. But this stud said, no, I'm not going to do that because it's too expensive. So I put up drywall and then I put up the shiplap, and that was a big, giant pain in the you-know-what. It was a huge pain. But we finished it. Anyways. Would you please pray for me today? I go for my yearly ultrasound, Knoxville Comprehensive Breast Cancer Center, and then my yearly appointment with the cancer doctor. Thanks in advance. Absolutely, Tammy. Absolutely. We will all say a prayer for you. And keep us posted, will you? If you don't mind. Happy birthday to the wife. Fly up to Philly and get her a cheesecake. Ooh, a cheese steak. Not a cheesecake, a cheese steak. No, Kimberly, we have to do the fast dance. That's just music. That's fast dancing. That's not slow dancing. You like the gymnastics and swimming? Gymnastics are good. I mean, I just think it is the Olympic. I mean, they're just top tier athletes. Yeah. I helped my brother do a little bit of work when I was home. Helped my mom do some work when I was home back in Denver because I know how to do this kind of stuff. Good morning, Robin. How are you? You're welcome, sir. You'll be working on the attic, daughter's room, and the LR living room, and lighting. Nice. Doing a little bit of indoor stuff this weekend. There we go. Everyone's dancing. I love it. You like bagels? No bagels for you, Kimberly? Yeah. Bagels and cream cheese for Cheryl. Yesterday was also wine and cheese day. I celebrated with my favorite bottle of Italian wine and my fave Italian food. I'm assuming Italian cheese. Italian food, Italian cheese. What did you eat? I do like English muffins, Buck. I do like English muffins with some extra butter on it. Coffee milkshakes. Absolutely. You like toast a bagel with butter and plain cream cheese, put strawberry or blueberry jam on it. It's good. You always get your Jamocha shake. Love Jamocha shakes. Love coffee and shakes. Coffee and ice cream. I told you my cinnamon ice cream is like my favorite, but coffee ice cream probably is my second favorite. Try Weigel's cold cappuccino. Sounds pretty good. Good morning, Filmer of Life from Butler, Tennessee. Good morning to you as well. Like the cute picture of the dog. Morning, Tom. Tom's joining us this morning. How are you, bud? Bud says, morning, traveling Tom. I love it. Tom's been all over the place. When are you heading back, Tom? Haven't seen Layla on here. Hopefully she's recovering well from her hip surgery. I didn't. I don't know if I saw your sunflowers. Let's see. I do see them now. So here's Katrina. Everybody. There she is. What a doll. What a giant sunflower that is. Look at that. I can't even get the whole picture on there. We got to get you on there. There she is. That is one giant sunflower. And you look adorable, my friend. Got another picture of the giant sunflower. There's another one. Perfect. Now I'm a sunflower. Great, Witcher. Way to put that right over your face. Here's another great one. Ooh, this is a good one. We'll put me over this one. This was a little bit more me. Try to be as bright and cheery as possible. That's a good one. These are all being uploaded through Witcher's Pictures. Tom, USS Constitution, Boston, Massachusetts. Right here, my friend. Did you go see the Mayflower? Did you go see... There we go. That's cool. That's what Boston's all about. That's why I love Boston. Just old, unique, and advanced all at the same time. Awesome stuff right there, Tom. Thanks for sharing. Oh, we had to take a look at this photo. This was sent in by Alexandria Fox. Jefferson County lightning caught on film, by the way. So she processed it and had to catch it on film. Look at that picture. Isn't that cool? And not too many people do film these days. Awesome stuff right there. I love lightning photos when you can see the step leaders. Here's a cool one from Alexandria as well. This was sent in through the East Tennessee Weather app under Witcher's Pictures. A nice little sunset. Can't go wrong with that. As we have on Witcher's Pictures. That's all we have for the day today. Trying to get a few of those uploaded through the Witcher's Pictures link on easttnweather.com. Oh, you're off to Maine today. Nice. Where are you going? Okay, so I grew up going to Maine every year. Where are you going, Tom? And are you by chance going to be making it to Cook's Lobster House? We used to go to Cook's Lobster House every year growing up. And then I literally think it was like maybe 10 or 15 years ago, they were part of like a Visa commercial. You know, like Visa, like, hey, you can even use your Visa at Cook's Lobster House. So it was kind of funny how it became part of a national commercial. But Cook's Lobster House, old school. Love driving over the old bridges to get out to those little inlets and islands. But are you going to be going to Cook's? Where are you going? To Portland? I remember I told you before, I used to go to Portland, Maine when we go to Maine, we go to Portland because that's where the outlet mall was. That's where L.O. Bean is. And so we used to go to L.O. Bean, and I used to buy, because remember, I tried to fit in as a kid, and my parents weren't going to buy me polo shirts, if you recall this story. And so back in the day when outlet malls actually used to be outlet malls for a reason, it was like the stuff that could never make it onto the shelves of like the retail stores. So, you know, you may have one sleeve that's slightly longer than the other, maybe have a little pinhole in something, but they sold it for dirt cheap. So I used to go to Polo and buy all my Polo clothes or shirts anyways from the outlets. Not in Portland. I said Portland, didn't I? It's not Portland. It's Freeport, Maine. Am I going to watch the Olympics? Yes, sir. Gaming Gamer. How are you this morning? What's up, Betty? How are you this morning? I haven't seen you on here for a while. Well, we've missed you as well. What are Bill and Chantal up to? I mean, Bill's like running every day. The guy's like run like 500 days straight. It's crazy. He looks amazing, by the way. And then, of course, their adventures on social media are amazing as well. When are they coming back to town? Next time they come back to town, tell them to give me a call. My favorite Italian is your boyfriend, huh? Is he Italian? Is he Italian? Don't let me do that again. He's gonna like hurt me for that one. Going to Hillbilly Jam in Maggie Valley, North Carolina today. Is it going to rain? In Maggie Valley, North Carolina, is it going to rain? I'll show you the future cast again. Yeah, we probably could have some showers. Let me take this map's full. So we'll run you. Now, we're not seeing a whole lot of rain out there this morning. I think that we're going to see just some light rain showers. But there you go. There's 12 o'clock today. Maybe a few showers over into North Carolina. But I don't expect a lot. There's 3 o'clock, so maybe a couple of passing showers. Probably is not going to add up to a whole lot. Now, if you're going to be there tomorrow, something to keep in mind that you actually could see some afternoon showers and thunderstorms, and the better locations would be across the mountains of East Tennessee, North Carolina. So I would take your rain gear if you're heading off to Hillbilly Jam and Maggie Valley. Take the rain gear, take the poncho, because I think tomorrow you'll see better afternoon showers and thunderstorms. Coming back Tuesday, huh, Tom? Well, drive safe. Don't drive in the left lane. From what I recall, now this was years ago, from what I recall, like when you drive through Massachusetts and Maine, like they're actually very appropriate drivers. You drive in the right lane unless you need to pass somebody. Then you get in the left lane, you pass them, and you get right back over to the right lane. That's the way it was back in the day. I don't know if it's still there, if folks are still doing that, but yeah, that sunflower could fall and hurt somebody. It's gigantic. Good morning, Annette. How are you? You guys are talkative. I love this morning. Love the sunflowers, Katrina. They're huge. Mike, do you have another job? You do a fantastic job with this, but just curious if this is your full-time gig. This is my full-time gig. I have dropped everything to start East Tennessee weather. Listen, running a 24-hour weather channel and a 24-hour weather app is a 24-hour weather gig, is a 24-hour job. So nope, this is my full-time job. Ooh, deep fried lobster? I've never had that. I kind of feel like you're messing with lobster there at that point of the game, Lee. Oh, man. Katrina, I hope you have a fabulous weekend as well. I've got 3. You need an East Tennessee weather one. It's the best one. You can buy one if you want. Just saying, Mel. Just saying. I'll ship it right to your house. Or we could meet. It costs $20 to ship an umbrella. Isn't that crazy? You know what? We had a request the other day from a friend of ours who lives in Colorado, and I make my own homemade ghee. Do you know what ghee is? It's clarified butter, right? It cooks better because it's got a hotter heating temperature. So because you take out all the whey and you clarify it up, I think it tastes better. It's better it's better for you because you get rid of the solid saturated fats because you burn all that off or take it all or drop it all out of the suspension anyways. They asked us to, they were wondering if I would make them some ghee. Now they're going through a rough time. Okay, let me throw that out there. They're going through a rough time. But she asked if I would make some ghee and ship it to her. I told my wife, I was like, no way. It cost me $20 to ship an umbrella here locally. Do you know how much it's going to cost me to ship ghee? Like quarts of it? What's up, Chris? How are you this morning? I hope you have a great weekend as well, Heidi. Well, we need to make this happen, Katrina. Come on now. We'll get it going. Yes, I would like to grow my own lemon tree. If anybody's got one that's started, let me know because I've tried it from seed. Doesn't seem to work. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. Well, I tried to sprout it in a bag with a moist paper towel. That's what you're supposed to do to start the seeds to start the sprouting. But maybe next time I'll just put it in the dirt. I did try putting it in the dirt, and I still never got anything. Anyways, I digress. Hey, by the way, it's 20 minutes until 8 o'clock. I think we're going to wrap things up here this morning. I got some projects to do, my friend. Gotta get back to it. I was going to show you the drought, but we won't do that. Anyways. What's Your Weather Watcher t-shirts are in the making. I talked to them yesterday, so we are working towards the design for the What's Your Weather Watchers. Again, anybody part of a What's Your Weather Watcher gets a free t-shirt and a free hat for just joining me. Although you didn't join me much during severe weather season. You didn't have a ton. It's kind of been nice. Well, I hope you have a great weekend. Hopefully you get a chance to get out and enjoy it a little bit. Have a good time. Relax maybe a little bit. Listen, if you have a chance if you need to get out and get an oil change or get your car inspected, remember, Jiffy Lube Knoxville has 9 locations around East Tennessee. They're this morning's Wake Up with the Witcher sponsorship. If you mention my name, you'll get a $20 off your next service with Jiffy Lube. So call them up. Help another small business here in East Tennessee. Helping another small business. If you're interested at all in getting any sort of merch I do, just go to easttnweather.com. I do have a link at the top of the page that says shop. Click on that. Then I will send you a one-time payment link from QuickBooks. That's the best way I can do things right now. And then I will ship that out once you pay for it. How about that? So go to easttnweather.com. Remember, I'm on YouTube, Roku TV, Amazon Fire. Go smash that subscribe button on YouTube. It helps the platform out. And remember, you get notifications as well. All right, I'm going to send you back to the 24-hour weather channel in case any of you missed the forecast from the very tip top. Have a great weekend, my friends. Be safe, be kind to each other. Life is short, as I always say. I'll see you back here for Wake Up with Witcher on Monday morning at 7 o'clock in the morning. But, of course, I'll see you on social media and all East Tennessee weather platforms this weekend as well. Have a blessed weekend, my friends.
You're watching East Tennessee weather. Weather when you want it.
Good morning. Happy Friday, everybody. Sure hope you had a great week so far this week. Have you enjoyed the rain or are we tired of the rain? Hopefully you've embraced the cooler than average temperatures. We've been below average over the last 3 days, which has been awfully nice thanks to the clouds and the rain showers. And speaking of rain showers, we've seen some decent amount of rain. 2,200 officially at McGee Tyson Airport on Thursday. Only 1/10 of an inch in Crossville, but over 1.5 inches in Chattanooga, where we desperately need the rain because that's where we do have a severe drought that's continuing to take shape here. So again, we've seen some decent rain across parts of East Tennessee over the last 24 hours. Some of the bullseye has been in and around parts of central Knox County, and there's a little bit more on the way today. Now, here's the story today. Most of the activity is going to be on the lighter side and south of Interstate 40. Could have a couple of pretty good solid downpours, but we're losing some moisture in the atmosphere throughout the day today and tomorrow. So we don't have that intense moisture for intense downpours, i.e. when you look at your rainfall forecast for the day today, south of Interstate 40 has the greatest opportunity at this point of the game for seeing a little bit more rain. Lunchtime temperatures should be right there pushing close to 80 degrees. Forecast highs today will top out in the 80s once again. We'll go mid-80s, so still trending below average for this time of the year. But again, we have dew points in the 70s, and so it's been really muggy lately. At least it's not been too terribly hot, but that's going to allow those afternoon temperatures to feel more like the 90s. So it's Friday night forecast here. 6 o'clock, we're at 83, feeling like 88. 80 degrees by 8, and by 10 o'clock, if you're still out and about, we'll be down to about 75. So it should be a nice, dry, comfortable evening, albeit on the muggy side. Saturday morning, we start off with temperatures in the upper 60s, and through the day on Saturday, I think it's going to be the best day to get out and enjoy the lakes, enjoy some pool time, and we don't have really any rain. So if you haven't been able to mow this week, Saturday morning is going to be a good morning to do that. Now, I think we'll have a couple of afternoon showers and thunderstorms, but mainly across the mountains of East Tennessee. The higher terrain has the best opportunity on Saturday for seeing some activity, but again, I just don't think it's going to amount to a whole lot. So it's been a while since we've been able to get out on the lake. So when you look at your forecast over the next couple of days, you can see once again south of Interstate 40 through Saturday night is going to get the greatest extent of rainfall. 3-day forecast, temperatures coming up all the way through Sunday. Monday will take a little dip in those temperatures thanks to clouds and a better threat for more rain. The overall setup for the day today, our upper level storm track system is pushing over East Tennessee, but again, we'd lose a lot of that moisture source available to produce some decent rain, but we do have the track there. So here's what's going on. We got that upper level disturbance sliding from basically east to west. And again, depending on where that really sets up, depends on where the rain is, but most of the model guidance is picking up on the rainfall, basically Interstate 40 south, even across the state. Now, we may see a little bit further north, but the majority of it will be further south. And again, it doesn't look like it's going to be too terribly intense. But looking ahead into the upcoming weekend, watch this. We've got an upper level low pressure system in the mid levels of the atmosphere. High pressure builds in for Saturday in the mid levels, and so that's going to really shut down the rainfall chances. But here comes our next wave of energy as we get into our Sunday, Monday, and that's going to slide its way on through, and that provides extra lift in the atmosphere. We have a lot of moisture to work with, so therefore, chances for rain do increase Sunday, Monday, into Tuesday. But again, today, tomorrow, I think are going to be fairly drier days. So we're going to add up to the rainfall totals as we get into our Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. You can really see how it's going to pile up. So again, hopefully you're not too terribly tired of the rainfall because we still have quite a bit more on the way. As I mentioned, dew points down the elevated side. So yes, while it's been cool and muggy, temperatures back to those seasonal averages as we head into the weekend and even into next week. Not bad, upper 80s to low 90s. Average high for this time of year is 88. But that's going to push our heat index values in the low to mid 90s, maybe even near 100 degrees by next Thursday. So we'll see how that all plays out. And as we round out the month of July, get into the month of August, we're still looking at the possibility of above average temperatures per the Climate Prediction Center. So I know that we're not talking about a lot of rainfall throughout the day today and or tomorrow, but as we get into our Sunday, the interactive radar will be a great tool to have if you have any outdoor plans. But it's always a good tool. Downloading the East Tennessee Weather app from the App Store. It's a free download. So download it today to get all the weather all the time right here for us here in East Tennessee. Have a great day. Your next weather update's coming up today at noon. I hope to see you then.
watching East Tennessee weather. Weather when you want it.
Good morning. Happy Friday, everybody. Sure hope you had a great week so far this week. Have you enjoyed the rain or are we tired of the rain? Hopefully you've embraced the cooler than average temperatures. We've been below average over the last 3 days, which has been awfully nice thanks to the clouds and the rain showers. And speaking of rain showers, we've seen some decent amount of rain. 2,200 officially at McGee Tyson Airport on Thursday. Only a tenth of an inch in Crossville, but over an inch and a half in Chattanooga, where we desperately need the rain because that's where we do have a severe drought that's continuing to take shape here. So again, we've seen some decent rain across parts of East Tennessee over the last 24 hours. Some of the bullseye has been in and around parts of central Knox County, and there's a little bit more on the way today. Now, here's the story today. Most of the activity is going to be on the lighter side and south of Interstate 40. Could have a couple of pretty good solid downpours, but we're losing some moisture in the atmosphere throughout the day today and tomorrow. So we don't have that intense moisture for intense downpours, i.e. when you look at your rainfall forecast for the day today, south of Interstate 40 has the greatest opportunity at this point of the game for seeing a little bit more rain. Lunchtime temperatures should be right there pushing close to 80 degrees. Forecast highs today will top out in the 80s once again. We'll go mid-80s, so still trending below average for this time of the year. But again, we have dew points in the 70s, and so it's been really muggy lately. At least it's not been too terribly hot, but that's going to allow those afternoon temperatures to feel more like the 90s. So it's Friday night forecast here. 6 o'clock, we're at 83, feeling like 88. 80 degrees by 8, and by 10 o'clock, if you're still out and about, we'll be down to about 75. So it should be a nice, dry, comfortable evening, albeit on the muggy side. Saturday morning, we start off with temperatures in the upper 60s, and through the day on Saturday, I think it's going to be the best day to get out and enjoy the lakes, enjoy some pool time, and we don't have really any rain. So if you haven't been able to mow this week, Saturday morning is going to be a good morning to do that. Now I think we'll have a couple of afternoon showers and thunderstorms, but mainly across the mountains of East Tennessee. The higher terrain has the best opportunity on Saturday for seeing some activity, but again, I just don't think it's going to amount to a whole lot. So it's been a while since we've been able to get out on the lake. So when you look at your forecast over the next couple of days, you can see once again south of Interstate 40 through Saturday night is going to get the greatest extent of rainfall. 3-day forecast, temperatures coming up all the way through Sunday. Monday will take a little dip in those temperatures thanks to clouds and a better threat for more rain. The overall setup for the day today, our upper level storm track system is pushing over East Tennessee, but again, we'd lose a lot of that moisture source available to produce some decent rain, but we do have the track there. So here's what's going on. We got that upper level disturbance sliding from basically east to west. And again, depending on where that really sets up, depends on where the rain is, but most of the model guidance is picking up on the rainfall, basically Interstate 40 south, even across the state. Now we may see a little bit further north, but the majority of it will be further south. And again, it doesn't look like it's going to be too terribly intense. But looking ahead into the upcoming weekend, watch this. We've got an upper level low pressure system in the mid levels of the atmosphere. High pressure builds in for Saturday in the mid levels, and so that's going to really shut down the rainfall chances. But here comes our next wave of energy as we get into our Sunday, Monday, and that's going to slide its way on through, and that provides extra lift in the atmosphere. We have a lot of moisture to work with, so therefore, chances for rain do increase Sunday, Monday, into Tuesday. But again, today, tomorrow, I think are going to be fairly drier days. So we're going to add up to the rainfall totals as we get into our Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. You can really see how it's going to pile up. So again, hopefully you're not too terribly tired of the rainfall because we still have quite a bit more on the way. As I mentioned, dew points down the elevated side. So yes, while it's been cool and muggy, temperatures back to those seasonal averages as we head into the weekend and even into next week. Not bad, upper 80s to low 90s. Average high for this time of year is 88. But that's going to push our heat index values in the low to mid 90s, maybe even near 100 degrees by next Thursday. So we'll see how that all plays out. And as we round out the month of July, get into the month of August, we're still looking at the possibility of above average temperatures per the Climate Prediction Center. So I know that we're not talking about a lot of rainfall throughout the day today and or tomorrow, but as we get into our Sunday, the interactive radar will be a great tool to have if you have any outdoor plans. But it's always a good tool. Downloading the East Tennessee Weather app from the App Store. It's a free download. So download it today to get all the weather all the time right here for us here in East Tennessee. Have a great day. Your next weather update's coming up today at noon. I hope to see you then.
When you're ready for replacement windows, we offer high-quality, energy-efficient windows in many styles and colors. We want to help you improve your home's curb appeal. Free in-home estimate with upfront prices. No games or gimmicks. No high-pressure sales tactics. Double hung, picture, slider, casement, and architectural shapes. We offer them all. We've got a window for every home and a window for every budget.
Since 1982, Mike Stevens Homes has built a place for your most cherished and treasured memories. We know the events that take place within the walls of our homes are the stuff of life, and we don't take that responsibility lightly. Our design process starts with you. Every home we build is as unique as the person or the family we're building for. I'm Mike Stevens, and I'd love to talk to you about your new home in your new neighborhood. Let us create the perfect place for your memories of baby's first steps, Thanksgiving with your parents, grandparents, and cousins, and the million treasured moments you'll be thinking of 20 years from now. Mike Stevens Homes doesn't build houses. We build places where your memories happen.
Believe in family. Believe in your fellow man. Believe in daddy-daughter dances, home-cooked meals, and bedtime stories. Believe in honesty and an honest day's work. Believe that love and faith make the world a better place. We do, because we believe in you. We're Farm Bureau Insurance, and we don't just believe in Tennessee. We believe in Tennesseans. Farm Bureau Insurance, Tennessee's insurance company.
You're watching East Tennessee Weather. Weather when you want it.
Good morning. Happy Friday, everybody. Sure hope you had a great week so far this week. Have you enjoyed the rain or are we tired of the rain? Hopefully you've embraced the cooler than average temperatures. We've been below average over the last 3 days, which has been awfully nice thanks to the clouds and the rain showers. And speaking of rain showers, we've seen some decent amount of rain. 2,200 officially at McGee Tyson Airport on Thursday. Only a tenth of an inch in Crossville, but over an inch and a half in Chattanooga, where we desperately need the rain because that's where we do have a severe drought that's continuing to take shape here. So again, we've seen some decent rain across parts of East Tennessee over the last 24 hours. Some of the bullseye has been in and around parts of central Knox County, and there's a little bit more on the way today. Now, here's the story today. Most of the activity is going to be on the lighter side and south of Interstate 40. Could have a couple of pretty good solid downpours, but we're losing some moisture in the atmosphere throughout the day today and tomorrow. So we don't have that intense moisture for intense downpours, i.e. when you look at your rainfall forecast for the day today, south of Interstate 40 has the greatest opportunity at this point of the game for seeing a little bit more rain. Lunchtime temperatures should be right there pushing close to 80 degrees. Forecast highs today will top out in the 80s once again. We'll go mid-80s, so still trending below average for this time of the year. But again, we have dew points in the 70s, and so it's been really muggy lately. At least it's not been too terribly hot. But that's going to allow those afternoon temperatures to feel more like the 90s. So it's Friday night forecast here. 6 o'clock, we're at 83, feeling like 88. 80 degrees by 8, and by 10 o'clock, if you're still out and about, we'll be down to about 75. So it should be a nice, dry, comfortable evening, albeit on the muggy side. Saturday morning, we start off with temperatures in the upper 60s, and through the day on Saturday, I think it's going to be the best day to get out and enjoy the lakes, enjoy some pool time, and we don't have really any rain. So if you haven't been able to mow this week, Saturday morning is going to be a good morning to do that. Now I think we'll have a couple of afternoon showers and thunderstorms, but mainly across the mountains of East Tennessee. The higher terrain has the best opportunity on Saturday for seeing some activity, but again, I just don't think it's going to amount to a whole lot. So it's been a while since we've been able to get out on the lake. So when you look at your forecast over the next couple of days, you can see once again south of Interstate 40 through Saturday night is going to get the greatest extent of rainfall. 3-day forecast, temperatures coming up all the way through Sunday. Monday will take a little dip in those temperatures thanks to clouds and a better threat for more rain. The overall setup for the day today, our upper level storm track system is pushing over East Tennessee, but again, we'd lose a lot of that moisture source available to produce some decent rain, but we do have the track there. So here's what's going on. We got that upper level disturbance sliding from basically east to west. And again, depending on where that really sets up, depends on where the rain is, but most of the model guidance is picking up on the rainfall, basically Interstate 40 south, even across the state. Now we may see a little bit further north, but the majority of it will be further south. And again, it doesn't look like it's going to be too terribly intense. But looking ahead into the upcoming weekend, watch this. We've got an upper level low pressure system in the mid levels of the atmosphere. High pressure builds in for Saturday in the mid levels, and so that's going to really shut down the rainfall chances. But here comes our next wave of energy as we get into our Sunday, Monday, and that's going to slide its way on through, and that provides extra lift in the atmosphere. We have a lot of moisture to work with, so therefore, chances for rain do increase Sunday, Monday, into Tuesday. But again, today, tomorrow, I think are going to be fairly drier days. So we're going to add up to the rainfall totals as we get into our Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. You can really see how it's going to pile up. So again, hopefully you're not too terribly tired of the rainfall because we still have quite a bit more on the way. As I mentioned, dew points down the elevated side. So yes, while it's been cool and muggy, temperatures back to those seasonal averages as we head into the weekend and even into next week. Not bad, upper 80s to low 90s. Average high for this time of year is 88. But that's going to push our heat index values in the low to mid 90s, maybe even near 100 degrees by next Thursday. So we'll see how that all plays out. And as we round out the month of July, get into the month of August, we're still looking at the possibility of above average temperatures per the Climate Prediction Center. So I know that we're not talking about a lot of rainfall throughout the day today and or tomorrow, but as we get into our Sunday, the interactive radar will be a great tool to have if you have any outdoor plans. But it's always a good tool. Downloading the East Tennessee Weather app from the App Store. It's a free download. So download it today to get all the weather all the time right here for us here in East Tennessee. Have a great day. Your next weather update's coming up today at noon. I hope to see you then.